Okay, this is the exercise walkthrough for number 3, and this is where, as you guys have practiced this before, this is where you can actually do this in a couple of different ways, depending on what you want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use the center point of this circle here, highlighted with the red cross, as my 0, 0 point. The reason why is that I know that if you draw a reference line, I know that I'm 32 that way. I know that I'm 114 that way, and I can work out pretty much everything from that point there, because essentially my line of symmetry is going to effectively run through the centre of my shape at half of 114, rather than work from the edge of the radius and then try and predict where my line is. So again, what I'm going to do then is go into my CAD. I'm going to start a new drawing. And first thing I'm going to do then is put my centre circle in that zone. So I'm going to put a circle in there of 11, 0, 0 of 11 mil radius. So that's basically that first radius off my 0, 0. Like so, that's my drawing line. Next, I'm going to flip to construction. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the term xline. Now, xline is a line that is an infinitive amount of length. So I'm going to put 0, 0. I'm going to latch that onto it's going to make sure it's latched to 90 degrees. Holding shift to lock ortho mode, like so. So the command, if you haven't used this one before, is I've just used xline, and it's a line with infinitive length. So that'll help you as well with moving bits around. So what I've done there is put those points in. What we're also going to do is then use the offset tool. Is I'm going to then offset that one 114, like so. I'm also going to offset the base 32 up and 32 down, so I know that I'm building my radiuses around the side. Just zoom in to make sure I'm happy with that element. So next up to do is to put the circles in. I'm going to use 0, 0 as my first center point. I'm going to put 32 in on the left. Now I'm still in my construction there because I've been lazy, haven't changed it back to drawing. So now what I'm going to do is pick this one up, change it from construction to drawing, so you don't have to do it twice, like so. I'm going to copy. It's all about efficiency now rather than using the commands over and over. I'm going to copy that from 0, 0. And move that to 114, 0, so you could actually put in the code 14, 0, like so. So that's and then the two sides of my shape that I've done. Next thing, I'm going to find the center of my shape, so offset 114 divided by 2. That's going to be the center of my shape. So I'm not actually doing any maths here, I'm just using the kind of basic command tools that are available. Off that one, I'm going to offset then 64. If you can't do maths, you can't work at 32. 64 divided by 2 gives 32. Put one on the left, one on the right. Okay, that's the elements of my shape. So what I can do now, I'm in the drawing tool. I'm going to come along from the edge of my radius point, click all the way across, like so, space to exit, space to reload. So I'm just going to fill that gap in there, like so. Now I don't want to start overrunning lines, so what I'm actually going to do now is turn my construction layers off. And what I'm going to do is trim out those sections. I can't do that one in a minute because I don't think I've actually latched that on properly. Like so. So sometimes if it doesn't work, it might be because there's no trim point. It should now work. Okay, let me turn the construction lines back on. Might be there's no reference point. So there we go. Much there's no reference point there. So that's that one there as well. I forgot to copy the smaller circle. So again, copy, enter, copy that to 114,0. Sorry, copy CO into that one. Copy from 0, 0, 114,0. Like so. That's that element in. Drawing, I can now run a line. Not have much luck with my snap points today. Line up and like so. So this is going to have an offset 13. I'm going to drop this line down 13. Okay, and again, scope space, trim. Just going to trim out what I don't need. That one, go through both of these two. And I don't need that one. And I'm going to get rid of that one. And I'm going to mirror this line, 1, 2, and a 3. I'm going to use the point where it intersects on that line and the center point. Raise original note. That's that point now made. Like so. Last thing to do, put my 2 little center marks in. One, 2, like so. So like last time, we actually had a 3-part shape. So we've got the second part here, third part over there. So what we're going to do now is just basically drop a gap down. So I'm just going to take my offset again. That offset. I'm going to drop this possibly down. Let's do 70 again. Just give it a nice bit of clear gap. And then I'm going to drop it down to 45. And then from that point, I'll go down another 19 on the text drawing. like so. Now, because I've used X lines, I don't have to worry about doing the other points. The only point I need to do is that I'm actually just going to run an X line on that point so I can bend it round. And then I'm also going to run the same again on the other side. Like so. Now, because there's a new line, so what I'm going to do is select both. Go to my construction layer. Change them to construction. Now, they are both sat above my shapes. I'm going to drop the drawing order and send them to the back. And then my drawing will sit on top like it normally does. Now, I don't need to do any more because I've used the proper X-line approach in my drawing. I'm going to choose my line tool, I'm going to click on the edge, drive up, click that section, drive across, come up to the top, come across, drop it down, run across, back up, down, around, back down again, and back again to the end to form the polyline, enter to confirm. Now, eagle-eyed viewers will probably notice that on my tack drawing, there's actually, this is lower, this section here is actually lower by 13, and I've actually just mapped mine across. So what I've got to do is extend that down. So a couple of ways you can do it. What some people do is they take a line, just offset it for 13, so I could use my baseline, map it up. Now, however, I've just made a polyline, so I have to use my construction line to reference that up. Because I've made a polyline rather than a single line, what I can do now, click on this bit, drop it down, click on my new element, close. I haven't got to do any trimming. If you did that with the line tool, you'd have to extend all 3 lines down, which isn't a problem. It's just another way you can quickly speed up editing your drawings if everything's properly constructed. So that's that shape. The last thing I've got to do is put a single line because you would actually see the back wall here across. I'm not going to use a line rather than a polyline. Escape. That's that drawing complete. So now if I turn my layers off, that's my shape. Last thing to do, just do a bit more of an offset on that edge as well. So I'm going to do offset. I need to do 32 to that side, 32 back to the other side. And then just again, once again, manipulate the widths. As well. Sometimes if you can't just naturally stretch, sometimes you've got to do corner to corner. Like so. So again, it's good then if you need to modify anything. Everything's done. All still linking together. Like so. So now I zoom out. Everything's lined up. Offset, we'll do 40 mil just to get away from the other offset line. Just going to do the widths now. And this is going to be 64 in length. So just 40 mil kink. 64. And again, I've got basically the same thing. So just do a rec. from the bottom corner to the top, like so. What I need to do is offset one line because I don't have the 13mm. That's where the back wall comes in, as seen up here. So that's where that one there drops down 13. And I've already got my bottom line down here. So what I can now do is come up to my hidden bar, line from that point up here, all the way down to the point down here. I can put that hidden detail in. I can go back. I can go to drawing, put that detail in across the rectangle, like so. And now what I would naturally do is then just put the hidden detail in for the circle. So we can just do offset. So they are 11 wide. Like so. Do a construction line in the center. And now in my hidden layer, I'm going to draw same as I did last time. One, two. Quite sure I clicked on the right snap point, but kind of get the idea now. So change that layer color again. Apply that. Okay, so now what we've got, I'm actually going to go to copy. Just going to choose the 2 pink. What I'm going to do is copy it from that intersection point here. Now I can move across, I can find the center point of this circle. I've got that point already on my X line there. I can go across. Also on there. Now when I turn off my construction lines, what I've got is my hidden detail. So what I do now is probably just choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right click, make sure the draw order goes to the back so the lines come through prominently. And that is pretty much a replica now of what we've got. So again, it's using that same skill. Go through, use the annotation dimension linears, double check, and just let me know if you have any questions.